Hello, my contestant number is 1127 and this is my entry for t-shirt design. I decided to do t-shirt design for my club because I'm going to be an art major and I thought this would be a good way for me to utilize my skills to help my club. So first in t-shirt design, I brainstormed ideas. I was like, when I think of Arkansas, what do I think of? And first thing that comes to mind is we're the natural state. I live in a very rural area, so I'm constantly reminded of this. I see a lot of trees, a lot of water, just a lot of farms, because I live in a very rural community. So I wanted to incorporate that in my logo somehow. I also think of Little Rock, our state capital, cities, and the skyline, and I wanted to incorporate that to show the other parts of Arkansas. So then I started with my concept ideas. I just made very small thumbnails, and I just decided what I liked, what I wanted to keep, what I didn't like, what I didn't want to keep. So for my first concept, I just have a little sketch of Arkansas. On the top, I have our Capitol building, and on the bottom, I have just a little nature scene. I didn't really end up liking the nature scene, so I changed it and tweaked it a little bit throughout my concepts. But I did keep the Capitol building the same. And then I have a little banner in the middle of Arkansas separating the top and the bottom. And it says SkillsUSA. And then for my second concept, I kind of kept the same thing. I changed the nature scene, and now my little banner in the middle says Arkansas instead of SkillsUSA. And I like this design a lot better, but I didn't think it was the best I could do. So I went on to my third concept. I really kept Arkansas the same. It still has the state capital on the top and the nature on the bottom. The banner says Arkansas, but I've added a circle around it, and at the top of the circle it says SkillsUSA, and then at the bottom of the circle it says established 1965. Even though this established date, it was considered VICA, but I decided to include it anyways. And then I put my big logo that I decided to keep in the middle. Here you can see I have SkillsUSA, the established date. I have a pretty simple drawing of our state capitol building, and then my final rendering of the nature scene I have. And then the banner says Arkansas. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm pretty proud of it. And then I have my design elements over here, and what I put and why I put it. First, I have the SkillsUSA and established date. I included this to show how long SkillsUSA has been serving in Arkansas. And then I have our state, because this is the state I'm competing in. And I have our state capital on the top. I included this because it's an iconic part of Arkansas. Many people recognize it on site. It's also been in a few movies as the White House because they look very similar. And then last I have the nature scene. Again, because Arkansas is a natural state. I live in a very rural part of the community. When I think Arkansas, this is automatically what my mind goes to, especially the trees. I live in a community and we have this thing every year called Timberfest. And we have a bunch of lumber competitions, and everybody just gets together and it's a lot of fun. And that is why I chose this t-shirt design, because I thought it represented Arkansas well and everybody in Arkansas. Thank you for listening to me speak.